Eddie, I'm having some problems, bro.
What happened?
I'm doing a lot of work on my YouTube right now.
Yeah.
And I get like 300 views.
Okay.
When you're on, I get like 14,000. People just want to watch it. They don't give me some love. They don't subscribe. They don't help me out.
Why?
I don't know.
Right, so tell them subscribe.
Just subscribe. That's
just
it.
Just subscribe. Like, what's the problem?
Just click the button.
It's really not that hard.
Help me out.
You can also, and if you don't want to see his updates, then just mute the updates, but subscribe
exactly.
at least.
Just subscribe. Come on.
Yeah.
We're putting the work here for you guys.
How you feeling, by the way? How's
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to put some more weight, but it's been hard. I'm probably going to have to eat some more, which is,
Yeah.
You know how it is.
No, I
had 3 burgers for dinner. Of course, homemade burgers.
Homemade.
Yeah, but still, it was 3 burgers. Yeah, just a warm up.
Yep.
Bring you lower, even lower.
Oh,
Let
okay.
it stretch. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Good stuff. There we go.
So that, we get back in the ring, and then, everything's slow. First, it's running the ropes.
Rolls and all kind of
all
things.
that stuff, 3/4 rolls, and then I'll get in there. I would like to try to get Ortiz down and Homicide down to grapple.
Yeah, so you trust him, and you know that.
Yeah. Plus Ortiz, if they're gonna film it, because AEW likes to film everything, I get it. I don't. That's not me. That's not my style, but. At least get Ortiz back on TV.
Help a brother out. Help Monkey out. Come on.
Dog, it's not my show. That's what I tell people. Not my show. And you're not always going to agree with your job.
Yeah. And this is the sweet spot when we actually can do good at the work. Like, it's not like it's going to be 100% what I want.
No, you make it 100% though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Once I get to the ring, I'm happy. I'm good. Everything else does not matter.
We're almost there, bro.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
I'm tired, man. I didn't sleep because I had Nick game.
We're going to do a chest supported row with the dumbbell. So get your chest right up right here. With this.
Yep.
Force your chest into the bench and row. So I don't want this. I want right here.
Okay.
Boom.
Don't want to do it, but it sounds good.
And a little. Well, good.
Okay.
This is one of my favorites.
My favorite's laying down, chilling.
Yep. But we still know how good this is to the body. So
it's great.
still do it.
That's why I'm still doing it.
Yep. Some people don't get it as much. They believe they gotta love it. Bro, you learn to love it.
Yeah.
You learn to live with it. And sometimes the workout sucks still. But still, workout finish, it feels good. That's it.
Well, all right, so what I've learned is that no matter how you're feeling, right? It's some type of energy that you're feeling. Depressed, happy, sad, mad, whatever. Whatever the million feelings that you're feeling, it's an energy. So, for me, example, when I get in my own mind and I start getting down and then I start getting angry, I'm spending all this energy up here, messing with my own mind. Or as I like to say, I'm chasing mice. I'm not gonna catch them in my mind. So instead of using that energy for that, for a negative, go walk.
Yeah, use on your body, make your body.
Like I lift weights and all that, but if you don't, okay.
Any kind of movement.
Just walk.
Any kind of movement. That's what I tell people as well. Any kind of movement is going to be beneficial.
Plus, it's going to take that energy that's negative and put it to a positive use.
And talking about science as well, there's a lot of hormones that's going to be out there in your body. That's going to make you feel better as well. And your thoughts going to change. So I hate when people divide physical health and mental health. I think both
they're both
together.
They're both the same.
It's just health.
I know when I'm not So I gained a bunch of weight on this injury because, I got down and out. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You got to work past it. But you could tell physically that I was down and out. Like people would visit and I'd be talking to them and you could tell I sound happy because they're there.
Even the beard, bro.
The beard, everything. They looked at me and they knew just physically by how I looked. They were like, oh, he's not.
And you can see fit people miserable as well.
Yeah.
You can clearly see as well. So that proves that it's just one thing.
Yeah, it's just you need both. You know what I mean? It's the balance of life. People think a balance is everything's good or everything's bad. That's the extremist.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah,
you gotta look the big picture.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too because I'm an extremist sometimes and I'm trying to break that chain of thinking. But like what I was taught, the balance of life is you can't have anything good without something bad. It's just the way it is.
But the things that people expect that everything is happening the same day, but it's months, years.
No, it's
you have to
years.
focus out.
That's
how you get some balance. Like if you put it on a graphic, you're gonna get it sometimes. Like, even myself, there's sometimes my wife was sick, my baby was born, I did not have a job. How can I get something good out of that? There's no way. But later, when everything got good, so if I look in the big picture, then the graphic starts to turn into a line. That's it.
You're starting to see the whole entire deal.
Yeah.
As soon as I was able to walk, even though I was lifting here and there, I was always on the treadmill.
Yeah, even me, like when I have my accident as well, I was like sitting down for the whole month. Bro, it sucked. Like going to the bathroom was a challenge for me because I'm 250. We're big guys. Like it is a lot of weight.
It takes a lot for us to...
Yeah, and then I had to walk and I had lost a lot of muscle mass, of course. It was just hard, but it was good because I got better at it. And I felt that, okay, it's time for me to move more. So I start to force myself to just, hey, instead of just asking for water, I'm just going to get up. And it's going to be hard, but I'm going to walk and I'm going to get my water.
Yeah, and like when I had the same thing, I had to do my own PT at home from exercises that they gave me before everything. The same thing. I had to force myself to get up. Force myself to get the, whatever they call it, thing they gave me, strap, to get it forward and sit there. Did I push myself? No. I could have went harder, but the only thing I am proud about is that I did it that day.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes that's it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be perfect every time.
No, and that's what people think that has, and I was one of them.
And if they get something that is not perfect, they give up for the whole thing.
I stopped. I was the same way.
That's the
same way, and
disaster.
You're not giving yourself any credit or giving yourself time to perfect it. It's kind of like when I played baseball when I was younger, in high school and football. I didn't quit any of that if I made an error or. If I remember...
You learn with the error and you do better.
I remember when I played running back, I would hit the wrong hole. Instead of going to 4, I went to 8 or whatever. I went all the way outside instead of, And it's just, I didn't quit then.
Yeah,
so it's the same. It's just the same mental. People, just because they look at working out hard, it doesn't have to be hard.
It doesn't have to be hard every time. Sometimes it has to be more challenging than the other. Sometimes you just had a bad night of sleep. So don't expect to have something as good as if you had like 8 hours of sleep.
Like I did last week when I came in here.
Last week was great, but today,
I'm also, like I said, Monday PT, Tuesday ring, Wednesday PT. I'm trying to push it. This is what I hate. People think when they're working out or trying to get better, that they're being rushed. No one's rushing you, dog. Go at your own.
We're not competing with anybody.
Yeah, no, you yourself.
Come on, it's just you yourself.
Look, I look at my parents. They're both in their 70s. And they drive everywhere and walk and go to the gym. They're doing that just to stay healthy.
Yeah, and that's
everybody.
That must be the goal.
Yeah, everybody can do that, man. So I've always struggled with my weight. I'm going to be so open here. It's going to be nuts. I struggled with my weight because I was lazy. Lazy, you can put it anywhere because of my mental health. because the environment, whatever you want to say. And I'm not saying those are excuses or those are even valid. Bottom line was I was lazy. And I got content. Reason why I got content was back in those days, WWE were not hiring anyone off the indies. I think Bryan and Punk were the first two, maybe. Mm-hmm. I could have been wrong.
And it was a hassle for them to get that.
Yeah, and I could be wrong if they were. But, so I was just lazy. And I got content because I was wrestling every weekend. I was wrestling Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, driving, barely getting flown. But I was able to make a decent living where I could stop doing iron working, right? Not a great living, barely got by a lot, but I did it. Then Japan came in 2011, Osaka Pro. And this is why I have such a special place for Osaka, because that was the first place in Japan I wrestled at and stayed at. And that's why when I was with New Japan and we went to Osaka, I was like so happy to be back in Osaka because it's familiar and I just love the atmosphere of Osaka. No offense to anywhere else, it has a special place in my heart, right? But I lost a bunch of weight there, didn't do it the right way. Gained a lot of muscle, didn't do it the right way. And then when I got back from Japan, instead of staying disciplined, because I was very disciplined on my diet at least. I wasn't drinking even though I was working at a bar, bouncing, none of that. No hamburgers at 3 o'clock in the morning after work, you know what I mean? Going, why am I getting big? I only ate once today. Well, you ate what you ate once of, you know what I mean? But I just didn't do it right. So that's why my weight would always go so I went from 290 to 250, then 250 to 240. And then from there, I went from 245 to 235. Just boom, 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 back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Sometimes it was because of laziness. Sometimes it was all laziness. Because sometimes I wouldn't want to eat right. And instead of doing one day, it became 8. It just happens, right? So I'm going through my career just doing what I'm doing. AEW comes, I start now. Now I'm fluctuating from 230 to 235 only. But it's still just bloated and, you know what I mean, just not eating right. Losing the weight wrong, you know? Then I come to you. And I go, all right, man, let's, the whole thing, I'm going to say his name. No, I'm not. He works for NXT. He'll be on the main roster someday. He's talented, but I still don't like him. But he suggested me to you. And then he said, and all that stuff, we'll let that be. We're not going to say that. But then I come to Cezar, and I go, okay, I know how to work out. And he sends me stuff, and I'm like, all right, this is new. Oh, wow, this is new. Oh, wow, this is working on this body part. This feels weird. I haven't felt this muscle in years. Right? And then the thing that really got me was the diet. It's what really, really got me. Because I'm thinking now, right? Diet, nothing. Just nothing you want. Everything you got to eat is shit. Like, just stuff you don't like, and you're not going to like it. Bro, when I saw eggs and a peanut butter sandwich and strawberries for breakfast, 4 eggs, and I said, oh, okay. And then I looked, it's broccoli, chicken, and white rice. I said, white rice? You're like, yeah. I was like, so that's for dinner and lunch? You went, yeah. I went, oh. And it just made me go, I can do that. And that's all it takes is that I can do that. And like, I've known other personal trainers and people who help people with their diets and stuff. And no, I'm not knocking them. They just come off like, they make you think you can't do it before you somehow psych, I don't know what they do. But somehow they psych you out before you even take the first step. So you're already making that dinner or that breakfast, and while you're doing it, you're going, oh, I'm not gonna fucking like. So you're already defeated. Life is mental. It starts mental first. And then you come along and it's just easy. And then that makes you think, oh, I can knock this out the way. So you're the easiest person I've ever met when it comes to this stuff. And also, I've never worked with anybody else, so I don't know anybody else. But you're the best one for me. That's all I know. I'm not saying he's going to be the best one for you, but for me, someone who doesn't want to do shit because of the pain in my body, but I know I have to. You know what I mean? Because now all of a sudden people care, and now all of a sudden I have people saying they're proud of me and shit, and I'm like, oh fuck, now I gotta work out and I gotta do stuff. But thank God I found you, you found me, whatever the case may be, because it's actually helped out a lot, and it got to the point where, when you get depressed or you get down, right? Everything comes at you. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter what it is. And one of the things that got me depressed was I was like, man, I haven't seen Cezar in forever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I hear about your leg and I go, man, see, like things are just, anything can happen. But, that's my ringing endorsement is it fucking works for me. You can put that on like the little quotation things. Hear from people, testimonials. Eddie Kingston and quotes in my picture like this. On quotes. It fucking worked for me. And it did. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, man. Like, you put out something with, like, people saying, like, I don't have a six-pack and stuff. Here's my thing. I don't give a what you guys... No offense. It goes for both sides. Because you can't just say the negative and then love the positive. You know what I mean? And it's the same way where you can't just love the negative because you're a sicko and hate the positive. You got to hate both or love both.
Yep.
So for me, it's easier to hate both. And the reason why I say that is because I'm on my own journey, man. And if I inspire someone, great. If I piss somebody off or they want to put me down, great. I don't give a f***. You guys got to understand, this is for me. You know what I'm saying? This is for me so I can still go in the ring for people who want to see me. People who don't want to see me, then bro, don't come, don't watch. I get paid the same regardless. This is not the 80s. This is not the 90s. This is not a different company thing. No, I get paid regardless. So I'm going to be good. And I have pride in my work. So I'm going to kill myself every time I go out there. Which I always do like an idiot. Because sometimes people are like, take it easy. And I'm like, no. So-and-so with the mom or the two moms, the two dads, or the mom and dad and the kids. And they paid to be in the audience. And those fucking seats are not cheap. So of course I'm going to kill myself. You know what I mean? Out there for them. That's my pride in my work. But I also put pressure on myself now, which is good pressure on myself because these people have said kind things about me. Now my head is, now I got to get even better. So what motivates me past this, it's my girlfriend and my mom, both of them get annoyed at me because they always go, why don't you do things for yourself? Never been my thing. It's not because I'm a saint. Trust me, I did a lot of dumb shit selfishly. But when I think about pro wrestling, the pressure I put on myself to do right, not just in the ring, but backstage, is because of funk. It's because of the four pillars of Misawa, Taue, Kobashi, Kawada, those guys, Akiyama. You know what I mean? Guys who I looked up to, Foley, Austin. You know what I mean? Guys like that. And there's more. There's a million I can say. Eddie Gilbert. There's a million I can say. Three Musketeers. I can't forget them. Chono, Hashimoto, and Kijimuto, and Tanahashi. And you know what I mean? Guys like that. Tenzan. So many. But what I'm trying to say is I put the pressure on myself to make sure that I do right, whether they ever see my match or not, that one day, if they ever could, they would be proud that I did it. When I grabbed the mic after my match with Akiyama and I said, I hope Baba and Onoki and Ricky Dozan were proud of the match we had, it's because I mean that. I want to make these guys proud. And by making them proud, I know, because they got me as a fan, I know I'm going to get the fans. So until then, I'm going to keep fucking pushing. I'm going to keep coming here. I got to finish my PT. And I just got to get back in the ring and just do what I do, which would be fun. I like beating people. I like chopping people. I like suplexing people.
And we all can't wait to see that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Sweet.
Let's do it.